I've told the story times without number, and I am still going to talk about it today. But this time, of course, with lessons taken directly from the actions of the young man. If you're actually familiar with the book Think and Grow Rich, then you may be able to catch up fast. But if you can't, I would suggest that you possibly go and read the book. I'm saying this because recently someone doubted the possibility of actually starting a business without money. Of course, I wrote one of those books, and I have this to say. It's actually a story about a young man, a young and desperate man who wanted to start living a life without complaining about the environment, about the people, and of course, the government. His name was Edwin C. Banks. Now, in that book, he was referred to as the man who taught his ways into riches. Uh, but before I go into what I want you to pick from here, I would like to remind you of these phrases that you hear every now and then. And what's the phrase? I'm sure that you probably have heard it many times too. When people say things like imagine it and you will have it, or act it until you get it. Yeah, that sounds good. But you know what? A lot of people seem to be getting all of this wrong. And the missing link is what you will be learning here today. Talking about Edwin Banks in Think and Grow Rich, I would like to share some very striking points that relate to the phrases I have just mentioned. First and foremost was the fact that Barnes saw his condition, or maybe call it situation, as one that he never liked at all, and he developed a very serious hatred for it. That's number one. Number two, he badly wanted a change for good, and as such, decided to develop a burning desire for it to happen. Number three, he decided he would change it for good and went on to take a firm decision. Now, he didn't stop at imagining it and you will get it stuff. No, he also didn't stop at act it until you get it. Mm-mm. He didn't. He knew just one person who was then the richest steel magnate in the US, and he told himself he would go and meet him and start a partnership. Sounds good, right? Now, it was left for him to wait for the opportunity to come to him. But he didn't wait. He decided on going over to meet the man. But this is what happened. He had a problem. He didn't have money to go by air, by road, or probably by water, which was more expensive. So he analyzed the routes and made his journey by a cargo train, not even a passenger train. Now, this is what you must learn from this. Ordinarily, one would analyze problems, and before you knew it, you're discouraged. But Barnes, what he did that is unique is simple. He analyzed possibilities instead. The next thing he did was to get up, even without a dime, to travel to meet Thomas Edison. And that was simply faith. So, on getting to Edison's office, he went straight to him and told him he was there to partner with him. That was self confidence. I want you to pick these things because I'm going to be sharing in details what you should pick from there and apply to your life. Now, when he told Thomas, everyone laughed at him, including Thomas, but he held on to his purpose. And I call that self belief and self trust. Never minding how they laughed at him and mocked him, he kept working on the little opportunity they gave him and made sure he improved on himself. And it was constant, it was continuous. And I would say that was self development in preparation for the future opportunities. Now, when the opportunity finally came, No one else needed to tell him. It was the man who once laughed at him that now gave him the right to go ahead and draft how he wants the deal to run. I'm sure you must have heard about the deal. And I simply want to call that persistence in purpose. And listen, when you persist, it brings result. Now let's pause a little here. In case you're actually joining me on the show for the first time, my name is Tim Abel, and this is my motivational show to you. And of course, it's intended to get you up and started because truly, no one is going to come to your house and get your life better. Everything, and I mean everything, depends on you. So today, I am talking about the 9 things you must do before asking anyone for help. Now, in life, nothing great comes easy. If greatness was actually easy, I wouldn't be sitting here, and of course, you wouldn't be sitting there watching and listening to me either. So, these 9 things I'm about to share with you, I can bet that if you take it to heart, you may never even have to ask anyone for help. By the way, why am I even discussing this today? Now, I want you to listen to this, and it's common. Every day we hear it. I have listened to people many times complain about someone not helping them to rise or giving them the opportunity or chance to succeed. Now, the question is, who told you that they actually have your success in their hands? Who made you feel that without them, you can't rise? And I simply want to say that's the entitlement mentality that kills most of us. It makes us develop a hatred unnecessarily for people who ordinarily shouldn't be hated. I listened to a young girl recently cry out about her late father who had helped someone and the person isn't looking at them anymore. Oh no. That has become a song for just too many people. As much as I pity anyone having such situation, I must say you're totally wasting your time. Get out there and start fixing your issues first. And I can bet that once you start it, someone will appear for your rising. So, to avoid wasting time, let's get right straight into the 9 things you must do. Number one, if things are not going well for you, don't hate the people around you. Hate the situation instead. Be provoked by it. Be angry. And that will move you to begin to find reasons to leave the situation. Number two, develop a burning desire to change that situation you hate so much. Because it's the only way you can begin to see new ways of having openings into life. Number three, make a firm decision and burn the bridges. It could be to start a side hustle, it could be to get a job, it could be to learn something that can make you become valuable. Once you decide, never look back. By the time burn the bridges, it simply means take away everything that will tempt you to go back to your former lifestyle again. Now, number four, always analyze possibilities, not problems. What does this particular term mean? You know that most people analyze the problems they will face in getting to achieve something. And once most people do this, they let go of the opportunities. So I'm saying instead of analyzing the problems, please analyze opportunities, just like our good friend Banks. Number five, have faith. Faith is important because it is what gives you the hope for a possible outcome. It helps your visual mind to keep the focus. Number six, develop self confidence. If you must succeed, self confidence is important. No one is going to have confidence in you when you do not have it in yourself. Number seven, have self belief. or self trust. Now, while self confidence is saying I can do it and I can face the world and proclaim it, self trust is saying, can I keep my self confidence intact? That's the voice that speaks to you directly. Number eight, start developing yourself in preparation for opportunities ahead. The fact is that every day comes with diverse opportunities, and only those that are developed can be able to take advantage of these opportunities. Now, while every other point is important, the backbone to all of this is self development. So, you need to know more, you need to be brilliant, you need to have an edge that can actually attract you to others. How do you develop yourself? It's simply by learning everything that matters. Read the books, keep the journals, attend the seminars. Just keep loading yourself with skills. Number nine, which of course is the last, is persistence. Be persistent enough because that is what brings result. There is no straight way to success. You definitely will come face to face with some challenges, but please don't give up. Keep going. No matter what, just keep going. Now, in conclusion, today you have a chance to claim that thing you've ever wanted, not minding what you don't have or what makes you qualified to have it. My advice is simple, and this is for you to begin with these nine steps. Start with one and follow up with the other eight. Now, when you hate the thing badly, you will do everything necessary to change it. If you hate poverty, it means you have taken the first step to becoming wealthy. Thanks for watching. I am Tim Abel.